Hello everyone and welcome to the best blog on earth. I'm your host, Raleigh Harris, and I have an update for you this week. The efforts on the time travel have been going along. I did find another microwave and a couple more with which I can experiment, and I do have aluminum foil. So the other thing that I felt was necessary to complete the experiments, they have all either rotted or been eaten by people just trying to survive. So they have the crust and the filling. So I decided to focus on the filling. Now, this past week, I was trying to hunt. I just want meat. Over the course of the past week, I have decided to try to trap things. Why go out and try to stab something when I can have it come to me and then stab it? Things didn't go according to plan. I kind of wing it. I've heard of things called snares, and from what I understand, it's a little like noose that things run through. I don't know how they work exactly, but and to be honest, they haven't worked for me. So I kind of scrapped that whole section of traps. I thought about, digging a bear pit, but it's a lot of digging, and then I have to sharpen like spikes and put those at the bottom, and I'm just as likely to fall inside of it as a bear, and I don't think there are any bears around here, thankfully. So I guess I moved on to cages and boxes. You put the cage on top and then the little twig, and you tie a string to the twig, and you just put a little bait in there and wait for something to come along. It took a long time, me laying there waiting. Luckily, laying there doesn't use up a lot of energy. But eventually, a little squirrel happened by, and I was able to get it in the trap. And that is a satisfying thing. Unfortunately, it was smart enough to get right out of the trap, and I don't know how. Maybe I didn't tie the twigs together close enough. Yeah, it just kind of walked out, or crawled, or whatever squirrels do, skidded. But long story short, it got out, and I did not eat squirrel. I'm not very good at building nests, but I do feel that I can make improvements in the future that will, of course, trap the squirrel in possibly something larger. If I could build a cage for a feral cat or maybe a feral dog, that would be very useful. And I know what you're thinking. God builds a cage to trap a squirrel and makes the holes big enough for a squirrel to get out. Must be the worst trapper on earth. Wrong. Best trapper on earth. That's going to do it for this week's episode. Let's end with our Australian fact of the week. Darwin is the capital of the Northern Territory. Thank you all for watching. Tune in next week.